vanochema, amai vangu vakafa, nechirwere chinorapika, baba vangu vanotambura, nechirwere chinorapika.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zimbabwe has done it again. At this point, it's hard to tell whether we are watching a country or an overacted telenovela produced by the Minister of Drama and National Embarrassment. This week's episode stars none other than Faith Zaba, the highly respected editor of the Zimbabwe Independent, who suddenly found herself being treated like a fugitive for the crime of, wait for it, writing. Yes, writing. Not looting the treasury, not gold smuggling, not selling state secrets for a ball, writing. Zaba published a fiery opinion column titled "When You Become a Mafia State," which unpacked how a government, any government, not just the Zimbabwean government, slips from democracy into something resembling a cartel in national colors. It's political analysis, a niche older than parliament itself. But according to some overexcited state actors, this apparently translates to she insulted the president. Insult? Really? If describing the state as drifting into mafia-style governance automatically means you are insulting the man in the big chair, then someone, somewhere, is quietly admitting that the shoe fits. Because here is the thing Zimwaves refuses to sugarcoat. Calling the country a mafia state is not calling Mnangagwa a mafia boss. It is calling the system broken. And unless Mnangagwa personally identifies as the system, the shoe should not pinch. Faith Zaba did not call Mnangagwa names. She did not mock his looks, his voice, his scarf, his walk, or his dance moves. She did not say Mnangagwa is stupid. She did not say Mnangagwa is an idiot. She did not say anything about his personal character. What she did very fearlessly was examine how a state begins to resemble structures of unaccountable power, patronage, secrecy, and shadow operations. That is called political analysis, not personal insult. But Zimbabwe being Zimbabwe, someone in authority saw a column about institutional decay and shouted, that's deformation of His Excellence. Which is ironic because if your governance is so fragile that it collapses at the sound of a journalist's opinion, maybe the collapse wasn't caused by the journalist to begin with. Let's be clear. Under any sane legal standard, yes, even Zimbabwe's, for a charge of insulting the president to stick, you need a direct, intentional, personal attack designed to humiliate. Not criticism, not satire, not moral outrage, actual insult. And Zaba's work simply doesn't do that. It critiques the conduct of government. It critiques policy failures. It critiques the way power is used. That is literally the job of a journalist. What makes this whole circus louder is that the world is watching. Press freedom groups from CPJ to MISA to Amnesty International have already said this charge is a joke. A dangerous joke. Because if we start looking up journalists for describing the political atmosphere, then we might as well rename the country the People's Republic of Do Not Speak. Let's also not forget the irony. The same state that says we are a democracy, we respect rights, becomes hysterical the moment someone describes corruption as corruption. A government confident in its legitimacy doesn't panic over adjectives. A government unsure of itself starts hunting editors. Faith Zaba's arrest doesn't expose her, it exposes the insecurity of those in power. Because if calling the country a mafia state is punishable, then maybe the country urgently needs to ask, why did the description hit so close to home? Until then, the charge remains what it is: legally thin, politically embarrassing, and intellectually bankrupt. And as usual, Zimwaves will keep saying it loudly. Criticizing power is not insulting power. A president is not a deity. A government is not above scrutiny. And journalism is not a crime. If they want to criminalize metaphors now, then buckle up. We will need new prisons just for poets. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Zimwaves TV. Please subscribe, share, and comment below in the comments section. And I will leave you listening to our latest song in the NetBros Media tape.
Ufumi wako ichikusia wavarombe Mnangagwa nondirwadza ndikamufunga ndoda kuchema amai vangu vakafa nechirwere chinorapika baba vangu vanotambura nechirwere chinorapika zano haitombokeya keya inokusiya uchiyaura uchija noko dzezviroda inokusiya uri pamhene Mnangagwa nondirwadza ndikamufunga ndoda kuchema amai vangu vakafa nechirwere chinorapika baba vangu vanotambura nechirwere chinorapika zvikananda hazvitombokeya keya zvinoja mari yenyika yese iye zvake wikinero achija mari yawakashada Mnangagwa nondirwadza ndikamufunga ndoda kuchema amai vangu vakafa nechirwere chinorapika baba vangu vanotambura nechirwere chinorapika manize hatombokeya keya anokuudza zanu iyi ndehedu tese asingaide ngashvotwe atombokeya Mnangagwa nondirwadza ndikamufunga ndoda kuchema amai vangu vakafa nechirwere chinorapika baba vangu vanotambura nechirwere chinorapika usanditarire handisi zanu inokutorera upfumi hwako ichikusiya wavarombe Mnangagwa nondirwadza ndikamufunga ndoda kuchema amai vangu vakafa nechirwere chinorapika baba vangu vanotambura nechirwere chinorapika zanu haitombokeya keya inokusiya uchiyaura uchija noko dzezviroda inokusiya uri pamhene Mnangagwa nondirwadza ndikamufunga ndoda kuchema amai vangu vakafa nechirwere chinorapika baba vangu vanotambura nechirwere chinorapika